I've been to some places before to preach, and the moment I held the mic and said good evening, some people began to cry. Good evening, my brothers. They broke into tears. And one of them, so he cried so much that when the meeting finished, I was in a certain part of town, and then we now met again. The moment we met again, it was not in church anymore. We were outside of church now. He started crying. Then later on, I now asked him, why were you crying? That he didn't know. It was the image of God. Something was coming out. Oh my God. There is no way if your vessel manifests God, that even a chronic unbeliever will not know that the light that shines from your eyes, that light is not natural. There is something oozing out of your vessel. So every man that you see on the street is a potential personality that is supposed to manifest a certain side of God, that God had chosen him to uniquely dispense. So if you are not yielded to God, what will happen is that side of God, we will never see it again. We will never see it in another vessel. We will never see it. Because even in the new creation, you are a unique species all by yourself. So if you are not reflecting God, if you are not manifesting God, it means that the aspect of God you were called to manifest, that aspect will not be known. It will be blotted out for all time. Completely blotted out. Because you refuse to yield so that God could tell that story through your vessel. Man is a step down creature. He's not an original. He's a miniature creature, because he was created in the image of God. So he himself cannot evaluate himself and say, I'm successful. You know why? I say, you know why? I know most of you have been evaluating yourself by your bank account. You say, I'm successful. Evaluating yourself by your garage. You have 3 cars parked. You are wrong. It's the one after whose image that will evaluate you. Because you were not created in your own image. So you all by yourself cannot evaluate yourself. But you were created in the image of another. Is that one that can now say, yes, you are compliant. You are behaving like me. You are operating like me. He's the one that will come and evaluate your life. Don't be quick to say I'm successful if you have not lived out the story of God that he wants you to carry. What is God saying in your vessel? If that message is not clear, because Paul says that we are supposed to be living epistles, theaters that reveal that the God who hung on the cross and died for us is the true God. And your life is supposed to provide evidence to prove that. He's supposed to be seen in your vessel. That is what it means to function in the image of God. It's no longer I that liveth, but it is Christ that liveth in me. So Paul will say, I am crucified. The me you know that is set up under the fall has been deleted by the cross. That me is no longer my reality. So it is crucified. It is good for nothing. It cannot be approximated. It cannot be helped. It's only good for crucifixion. I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, the way I live now is by a different way. I live by yielding to the Spirit of God. The life that I now live, I live by the faith of the Son of God. I live by yielding to the Holy Ghost so that him can begin to reveal Christ through my vessel. I am not going to know how Christ wants to manifest through my vessel until I begin to yield. You will not know.